Presidential aspirant of Accord Party, Professor Christopher Imomole, has kickstarted online scholarship for Nigerian students to study in the university abroad while still in Nigeria. Professor Christopher made this known in Abuja while addressing pressmen on how Nigerians can study as ASU strike continues. It disclosed that if strike ends, two certificates is sure for anyone that joins the scholarship as Nigerian and abroad university will both issue certificate for them.
Opportunity to Nigerian students. We all know that it's no longer a news that our children, our brothers, our sisters are at home due to the fact that ASU and federal government has a very big disagreement, and this has impacted on the academic section of the Nigerian students. We have millions of students currently at home, not doing anything. Their fate is hanging on the air, waiting for the federal government and ASU to shift ground so they can resume. I am Professor Christopher Imomole. I'm a presidential aspirant running on the platform of Accord Party. I am not one of those presidential aspirants who only would give promises. I would act before even I get to become the president. So the very first thing we are doing today is to open an opportunity for all Nigerian students to have access to international study program online via our collaboration with international universities in California, in Togo, in Ghana, where students can sit in the comfort of their home and have their degrees and have their certification. This would go a long way to end the impact of the ASU strike on Nigerian youths and Nigerian students. We are doing this because we understand the importance of education to nation building. Like I would always say, and I will continue to say, that the lasting solution to the lingering ASU strike is to begin to have leaders who understand the value for education. I'm a professor. I have detailedly and deeply engaged in educational sector beyond other sectors. I understand that value, and that is why I am throwing this up to ensure that millions, over 10 to 20 millions of Nigerians who are at home can have access. Free 100% scholarship. I don't know, but I don't think this has been done in the history of this country, where an individual person or a party ideology will come up to giving Nigeria, all Nigerians, scholarship. And that again to show to us that the problem with the Nigerian education sector and every other sector is not rocket science. It can be fixed when you have people who have the hearts, who can sacrifice, who want to do it, and who has the capacity to do it. We are not just doing this today. We have before now, in the past 15 years, given over 500,000 Nigeria scholarship in various study fields. Most of our universities all over the world are run on scholarship basis. That is because we understand the impact of education to third world nation. Nigeria is one of the underdeveloped countries in the world that education should still be subsidized or if possible made free. When I become the president of Nigeria, education will become one of our priority. As a matter of fact, from the primary to tertiary level, education will be free for Nigerian people. It's possible, we can do it. It's not a rocket science. They are not doing it does not mean that we cannot do it. We are doing it now with our private funds. You now imagine what will happen when we have the opportunity to manage your funds. It means that it will be judiciously used. Two things we are going to be tackling. One, even before 2023, is one, the employment for the people. We are in a country where over 70 millions of Nigeria are unemployed or underemployed. And recently we have youths at home not going. So we are going to be tackling the unemployment issue while we are campaigning, and we're also going to be tackling educational problem via scholarship. So today we will be opening the portal where Nigerians can go on in millions, no matter their number, so that even while ASU and federal government is currently battling, it will not affect the children, the future of our children. It will not affect the future of our brothers and our sisters. In that way, we can build Nigerians who can begin to think about going to space. We can build Nigerians who can begin to think about advanced technology, robotics, artificial intelligence, and the rest of them. The Nigeria we have today is a Nigeria where students are thinking about the next meal to eat, rather than the next research, the next breakthrough in science and technology that will put Nigeria back in the map of progressive nation in the world. I'm a progressive person, forward-thinking youth and young dynamic Nigeria. I do not just believe in promises, I believe in making it happen. So we give God the glory who has given us the capacity. And a lot of people have been asking us, how have we been able to achieve this? We've been able to achieve this through our international leverages. We need a president who is connected, who has network all over the world, who can solve Nigeria problem by connecting with, because he has built a friendly relationship with world leaders. That is one of the things we have. So we are bringing on board international scholarship and international certification. You know what it will cost for a Nigeria to earn an international certification? It will cost them over $20,000. So you imagine a man or the campaign council of Professor Chris providing 20,000 worth of scholarship to each Nigerians times millions of them. That is massive. That could be more than even the budget of education in Nigeria. That is what we want to give to Nigeria. That is what we have started to give to Nigeria. We are unveiling the portal today, and we have invited pressmen so that this can further go into the Nigerian system to enlighten the Nigerians that you don't need to wait for ASU and federal government to end their disagreement. While they are arguing, you still continue your education. Happening now, a man like has just what I've said now, has granted over 500,000 Nigerian scholarship, and you've not heard about it. Some of you are hearing about it for the first time, because we have not been doing this for self or public glory. We've been doing it because it's a passionate thing to us. So yes, it's happening now again, because I'm also using this to reassure Nigeria of my commitment. I'm possibly the only candidate or aspirant who is not just talking, is doing it. I'm not just here to promise you to say, I'm going to provide, I'm providing it. That's the kind of candidate we need. We should not politicize it. Why are you doing it now? If you have brothers and sisters who are at home, you'll feel the pain. It's not about why you're doing it, it's about, is it changing the life of Nigerians? So if I'm doing it now, I think it's also to further point to us that we are committed to make this happen, and it can happen. So that is why. No, but your question is those who are already currently in the program. Yes, they are not going to, what they need to do is just to send us their statement of results or their transcript, so that they can continue from where they have they stopped in the, or where they are in the school. And this provision, necessarily because it's an online provision, it is not going to truncate whatsoever they are doing with the Nigerian school, in a way that whenever ASU and federal government decide to go back, they can still continue their program, and yet still continue with this program, which is 100% free for them. And it's an addendum, it's an added advantage, and we are doing it because, look at, security challenge by itself is a progeny of youthful unrest. When you keep young Nigerians doing nothing, says the idle mind is the devil's workshop, let us engage them. If we can engage these Nigerians at home, I think their mind will be engaged towards positivism, rather than thinking of how to carry out things that are not in the norm. So what we are doing, clearly, to put the two questions, is ASU is on strike now, how can we help to? And again, like I said, when I become the president of Nigeria, solving ASU problem is a pinch of salt. What are their demands? Oh, we want a payment platform. We want federal government to pay us our arrears. We want infrastructural development in our school. There was an agreement that is not dated. See, once you have value for a thing, it's just like an example I gave. If an armed robber comes to your house and put a knife in the neck of your son and say, give me money or I kill your son, won't you give the person money? Why? Because you have value for the life of your child. Once you have people who have value for education, they will shift ground because of the sake of what you are losing. What we are losing is more than what we are gaining if we are not doing anything. What we must understand with education, there is globalization of education. Nigerians travel from Nigeria to UK to go study. Nigerians travel from Nigeria to US to go study. And one of the things we must know is this. Many Nigerians and Nigerians here also value international certificate compared to what we have here. That is the ideology. Number two, Nigerians are also embracing digital education. One of the things I'm going to do is to ensure that all Nigerian education have access to digital learning. That is one of the biggest solutions to our ASU problem. Ensuring that all the education are co-opting digital system everywhere. Do you know that people like Wole Soyinka had their first master's degree in Oxford in 1980 something through digital and corresponding learning? Yet we are in a digital world. Many universities in Nigeria are struggling to provide digital learning system. So the scholarship is a purely digital learning scholarship which universities outside Nigeria accredited in their country. Every country has an accreditation agency. Like Oxford, for example, is accredited in UK, not in Nigeria. So for example, one of the universities, Global Watch University in Togo, is accredited by the Higher Ministry of Education in the country. And once a university is accredited, the certificate can and will be accepted for whatever in any other country. So that is. Don't need the NUC does not for international university. NUC is National University Commission for Nigerian University. So when you talk about international university, you don't talk about NUC. Are we together? www.globaluni-edu.com/registration.php. This image I've been forwarded to him so that I can forward to you. So they can register, get their admission letter, they will get their login details to start studying, and it's 100% scholarship, 100% free for them. Yeah.
Gbemiga Olamikon, GTV Africa.